You ever notice how some things just connect? Like there's this invisible thread running through politics and music and sports, holding it all together. Well, today we're going to pull on that thread. And trust me, you are going to be surprised to find out it leads back to one small but incredibly powerful island nation. Let's get into it. So take a look at this. We've got a US vice president, a hip hop legend, a boxing champ, even a sound, a rhythm that's known all over the world. Now, on the surface, they seem like they're from completely different universes, right? But what if I told you they all share the exact same powerful and often overlooked origin story? Okay, let's break it down. You've got the absolute highest levels of American government with Kamala Harris and Colin Powell. You've got the raw, creative fire of hip-hop with Busta Rhymes, the sheer power of Mike Tyson, whose father was Jamaican. And then there's a beat, a rhythm called Dembow that's been the pulse of global music for decades. So what in the world connects all of them? Right there, that's the answer. Their Jamaican heritage. This is the blue point we're going to explore today, how this tiny island with less than 3 million people has had this massive, outsized, and honestly, often hidden influence on shaping our modern world. It's a story of migration, creativity, and incredible, incredible impact. So the most obvious place to start is music. And I know what you're thinking, reggae, Bob Marley, of course. But the story goes so much deeper into genres you would never, ever expect. We're talking about the very DNA of some of America's most iconic sounds. And this is where the story gets really fascinating. Okay, on one side, you have DJ Kool Herc. He's a Jamaican immigrant who moves to the Bronx. And at his parties, he starts isolating just the drum parts of records. You know, the breaks. He creates the breakbeat, which is the absolute foundation of hip-hop, period. Then, on the complete other side of the spectrum, you've got Tom Bell. His parents were Jamaican immigrants who settled in Philadelphia, and he becomes the architect of Philly soul, that super lush, elegant sound full of strings and French horns. Isn't that wild? Two completely different sounds, one raw and gritty, the other sophisticated and smooth, both grew from Jamaican roots planted on American soil. And the music he gave us? Come on, it's iconic. We're talking about timeless hits like these that really defined an entire era of soul music. It just goes to show you, while one branch of this Jamaican musical tree was creating raw breakbeats in New York, another one was crafting these incredibly polished soul symphonies in Philly. The influence wasn't just one thing. It was dynamic, and it was everywhere. But what happens when a single Jamaican beat breaks free and goes on its own world tour? Well, the story of the Dembow rhythm is probably one of the most incredible examples of this. It's a journey that starts in a small studio in Kingston and literally ends up in every club on the entire planet. This whole journey is like a fascinating game of cultural telephone. It all starts back in 1989. This Jamaican production duo, Steely and Clevie, they create this instrumental called Fish Market. A year later, dancehall superstar Shabba Ranks jumps on it for his track Dem Bow, and boom, the name sticks. From there, the rhythm travels to Panama, then it hops over to Puerto Rico, where DJs start fusing it with hip-hop, creating the rhythmic engine for a brand new genre, reggaeton. And the scale of that impact? It's just staggering. 98.7 billion. That is the number of Spotify streams for one artist, Bad Bunny, whose entire musical empire is built on that foundational Kingston beat from over 30 years ago. Think about that. From one instrumental to nearly 100 billion streams. That is influence. But okay, the Jamaican blueprint extends way beyond music. It's written into the very fabric of global leadership, of arts, sports, even science. The ripple effect from this small island has produced some of the most influential figures of our time. I mean, the sheer breadth of achievement here is stunning. In politics, you see the children of Jamaican immigrants reach the highest offices in the US, with people like Colin Powell and Kamala Harris. In sports, that heritage gave us legends from the track with Usain Bolt, to the basketball court with Patrick Ewing, to the ring with Mike Tyson. The arts are just packed with icons of Jamaican descent, the legendary Harry Belafonte, the one and only Grace Jones, the revolutionary poet Gil Scott-Heron. And this influence even reaches into pioneering science with astronomers like Dr. Mercedes Richards and the federal judiciary with Judge Tanya Chutkin. It's everywhere. And the island's philosophical influence echoes just as loud. This quote from Bob Marley, it's not just a lyric, it's become a global anthem for freedom, for self-reliance. It's so powerful that in that post-apocalyptic movie I Am Legend, this is the song that plays, a symbol of enduring humanity and hope in a world that's completely lost its way. So as we pull all these threads together, you really start to see the full picture of this blueprint.
And this isn't ancient history we're talking about. This is a living, breathing legacy that continues to shape our world every single day.
So what this all really shows us is that whether it's that Dembow beat pulsing through the biggest pop songs, or the breakbeat that literally gave birth to hip-hop, or the leaders and thinkers who are charting our future, the Jamaican blueprint is truly everywhere you look. It's an incredible testament to how one small place can echo across the entire globe.
And that just leaves you with a fascinating question, right? If one small island has had such a massive and often invisible impact, what other hidden cultural blueprints are out there, shaping the music you listen to, the leaders you follow, and the world you see every day? Definitely something to think about.